All right, Shalom. For the Hebrew Israelites, we come in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. All right, also known as Egypt, Nineveh, all right, Assyria, Egypt, but mainly known as the United Snakes of America. All right, soon to be destroyed by nuclear fire, pursuant to World War III, as you can clearly see. Let's get it real quick, because what we're going to do, we're going to be abducted. So let's start at the end. And the end is the beginning, all right? The end of this world is the beginning of the kingdom of heaven. The end is Esau and Jacob is the beginning. This is Revelation 11 and 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. All right, so that's the end of the world as we know it through nuclear fire. All right? So what we're out here to do is to wake up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the remnant, the elect of Israel. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians that are going to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments while you can, because this devil knoweth that he hath but a short time, and this thing is basically, it's over. All right? That's why we come out here. And the famine of the word is coming very quickly. The famine of food and water is coming very quickly. The missiles are coming very quickly. So it's high time to wake up out of sleep. All right? Anyway, first and foremost, all praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right? So abducted is our goal. We want to be abducted by what they call a UFO. And it sounds crazy, but we didn't make that terminology up. We didn't make up the acronym UFO. We didn't make up abducted. We didn't make up Betty and Barney Hill, right? Which was a false abduction. All right? We didn't create that. We didn't create Travis Walton, is his name. Okay, these so-called famous abduction stories. Well, guess what? The Bible is full of abduction stories. All right? And what does this devil do? He tries to be the Most High. When I say the devil, I'm talking about this Edomite, this so-called white man. What is he doing? He's trying to be the Most High. So he's going to stage his own abductions like Betty and Barney Hill. Well, how do you know that it was staged? Well, at some point, Barney Hill goes, and this one is a Nazi. What are the Nazis doing there at Betty and Barney Hill? Well, the Nazis had their own so-called chariot program, trying to be the Most High. All right? So they make up their own abduction stories because they're trying to steal the narrative, control the narrative. This is what they do. Trying to steal the authority and the power the majesty of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You're trying to make craft the chariots. You're trying to make your own chariots. The bell, Diglaka. All right, Hanebu 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, we know that you're trying to be the Most High, trying to set your nest above the stars. Well, here's the great abduction. Some people, they try to call it the rapture. There's no rapture in the Bible, but there is many abductions. We'll start with this one. Hasn't happened yet. This is future prophecy. Right after this, I'm going to show you one that did happen. People don't even know about. All right? This is Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Well, that's a great, great abduction that we're trying to be a part of. This is why we're out here. All right? That particular abduction is what it means to be saved. All right? You ask any Christian what it means to be saved, and he'll start spewing out vomit because he's been taught nothing but lies. You show him this scripture right here, he's going to call it something different. It's nothing less than being abducted by a UFO. What is that cloud? All right? What is that mountain that she'll be coming around? All right? These are the mysteries of heaven. All right? Surely the Most High will do nothing, but he showeth his secret, meaning his mysteries, unto his servants the prophets. So we know, we come out here, we're sure of what we're talking about. We didn't come out here to be taught. We didn't come out here because we don't know what we're saying. We came out here to use the Bible to prove what we're saying. All right? You see? You see? And that's what we're going to do. The one you ignorantly called Jesus was abducted by a UFO. And we're going to prove it. Let's do it. This is what we want. Right? The one you ignorantly call Jesus, his name is Yahushua. So we'll go to the book of Acts, the first chapter. And we'll read what happened as Yahushua, after he was resurrected, he left the earth. Acts 1 and 9. And when he had spoken these things while they beheld, all right, while the disciples were there chatting with Yahushua just before he left, he was taken up and a cloud received him out of their sight. All right, that means nothing less than he was abducted by a UFO. All right, the cloud, right, is a chariot. I'm sure that was his chariot that he was abducted by. All right? So, when the children of Israel are in the cotton field in the 1800s and they're singing, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming for to carry me home, they're doing nothing less than praying and calling out to the Most High to be abducted by a UFO. All right? The strangeness of his salvation is strange to you because this devil, right, the so-called white man, went out and he made this whole thing a mystery by using the phrase unidentified, well, we're going to identify them right now. The clouds. He was taken up, a cloud received him out of their sight. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. What's going on here? All right. What is this talk? These are mysteries, secrets, dark sayings, right? Because it's not for everybody. These are the mysteries. He revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. All right? Now, these chariots, these UFOs, if you will, they play a great part in World War III, in all world wars, in wars going all the way back in Vietnam. You hear stories of the chariots. World War II, they called them the Foo Fighters. All right? So why isn't somebody just coming out and saying, they have all these documentaries, oh, well, we're going to reveal what UFOs actually are. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to continue to lie, to deceive and obscure, because that's all you do. You're the devil. The word devil means deceiver. You're never going to come out and say what they are, what they do, because they're here for you. They're here to take you, the devil, down. And you know that. You can't come out and say that. You can't come out and tell the truth. When has the devil ever told the truth? Unless he was lying. The little truth mixed in with straight deception. So it reads, and when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he, Yahushua, was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly towards heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. All right, now we have to reference the second coming to see when he comes back, when he what comes, second coming. All right, let's read that again, the last part. This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. So when he comes back, the second coming, he's going to come back in a cloud, same way he left. Same way he was abducted, up into the cloud, right? This is Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh, there's that word again, coming, the second coming. Everybody knows that phrase, second coming of Christ, right? Well, how's he going to come? He's going to come in a cloud, same way he left when he was abducted. The same way when we get abducted, we're going to leave. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. Uh-oh. Got a little pattern going on here. A little holding pattern, if you will. All right. These are the secrets and the mysteries that they don't teach you about. All right. We got cloud, cloud, cloud. Here, they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. He cometh with clouds. He was taken up in a cloud, received him out of... So, we got swing low, sweet chariot. We got she'll be coming around the mountain. We got the mothership connection, which is actually a fathership. We got folklore going way back. before the time of anything flying. Nothing wasn't flying in the 1800s. Orville and Wilbur, right? Which that's probably a lie too, because all your accomplishments are fairy tales. But Orville and Wilbur had not yet gone on their famous first flight. All right. Now we go to the book of Psalms with an S. Psalms 104. Start from the top. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who covers thyself with light as with a garment, who stretcheth out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot. So the clouds are synonymous with chariots. Chariots of the gods. The chariots of the gods, are they like pulled along like a horse and buggy? Is that a chariot? Like Pharaoh's chariots? No. How do you swing low, right? How do you swing low, sweet chariot, if you're not on high? Got to be on high to swing low. All right. Didn't say swing by, it says swing low. As in swing low, right? That's us calling to be abducted. Elijah, Enoch. Okay? What happened? What's going on there? Being saved. Oh, I'm saved. I joined a church. I repented and now I'm saved. Well, you haven't been abducted. You're still here. If you're still here when that fire hits your ass, you weren't saved from nothing. So you're not saved. That's a lie. You've been lied to. Now you're spewing out lies. This is the book of 2 Kings. Second Kings 2. Let's get a name for these craft. See what Elisha called it. I'm going to start at 9. 2 Kings 2 and 9. And it came to pass when they were gone over that Elijah said unto Elisha, ask what I shall do for thee before I be taken away from thee. So Elijah already knew he was going to be taken away. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me. And he said, thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee, but if not, it shall not be so. And it came to pass as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven, and Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel. So Elisha knew what he was seeing. And he called it out by name. The chariot of Israel. Okay? And this is what we want. We want what Elijah got. We want what happened to Yahushua to happen to us. They were abducted. That's what we want. They taught you that it was a bad thing, that little green goblins were going to strap you down to a bed and poke needles in you and inseminate you in some science fiction project where they're breeding aliens with humans. That goes back to that deceiver who is a damn alien, who is a fucking lizard, a cold-blooded reptile. All right? You want to be why would they make all of this lore, right, about being abducted, right? Make it into a bad thing. If a spaceship comes and grabs you up, oh, that's a bad thing. Not for the nation of Israel, it's not. It could be a bad thing, right, for you other heathens, right? But why would they even take you up? Why wouldn't they just turn you into dust with a laser beam? That's what it says they're going to do. Dust and smell of smoke. Okay? Well, you had to turn what is glorious, right? The glorious act of being saved, rescued, if you will. We want to be rescued from this hellhole. Okay? Don't turn that into a bad thing for us. That's a bad thing for you. It's lucky. The book of Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. All right, so Zechariah saw something in the air. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then he said unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth falsely, Salakia, everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. So the angel was explaining to Zechariah what the function of these chariots are. One of them at least. Because first you got to understand that the angels are in there. The angels are in those chariots, piloting them, if you will. Yahushua has his own. Yahushua is an angel. All right? He has his own chariot. And he pilots it. Right? is so big, he might have a crew. We don't know. His chariot is so big. Have you seen it on those stereo images that they got out in space? They got Yahweh's chariot setting up shields and shit from comets. How big is that chariot? It's huge. You might have many, pilots, a crew flying it. It's huge. He might fly it himself with just his mind. Imagine the mind of Yahushua, the Most High's only creation. Firstborn. We're talking about God here. Yahweh. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua. Can you imagine what he's created? He created the human body. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua created you, a living being, a supercomputer made of flesh, with a spirit. He created reproduction between a man and a woman. These things they defy everything. And here you got this devil trying to be the Most High, trying to lie his way out of his role, if you will. You were created to be the devil, the deceiver. And you're so good at it that you can make people believe that you're not the devil, that somehow you can tell the truth, which you can't. Right? If you ever tell the truth, it's surrounded by lies, so much so that it's all a lie. So you have to lie about the chariots. You have to turn it into a bad thing. Well, again, it's a bad thing for you because you're the liar, you're the thief, and you're the one that sweareth falsely. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. Who's the thief? Esau is the thief. Where's the house of the thief? Well, after you stole this land, America, America is the house of the thief. Don't we see nothing but UFOs out here all the time now, growing at an exponential rate, especially since we have phones with picture-taking abilities and video capability, so that we can prove what we're saying instead of you being able to explain it away under some Project Blue Book or bullshit campaign that you've got to keep this miracle, if you will, under wraps. Well, you can't do it no more. The truth is coming out about who you are, how you get down, how you're a murderer, a thief, a liar. You're being exposed. We have found you, Cain. Anyone that findeth me shall surely kill me. Well, get ready for your death. Because we found out we have found you. We found the devil. He actually exists. He's not a little man in a red suit with horns and a pitchfork. It's you, Esau. The mystery of iniquity. All right? The vessel fitted for destruction. It's you, Esau. We found you, Cain. You have been found unworthy. So that's the function of these things, is to come and get you, Esau. That's why you had to try to explain it away. It's a good thing for us, it's a bad thing for you. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it. What does it mean to consume it? It's going to consume your house. Consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. To consume means to burn. For something to burn. And we discussed dust and smell of smoke earlier. Just go watch the movie War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, the new one. All right? Because them niggas was getting turned into dust and smoke by them lasers. So that's why you had to make up a cover story. Little green men. Abduction is a bad thing. Right? It's the book of Ezekiel. One and 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud. You already know what we're dealing with. And a fire unfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. Is it going to say little green men? No. They had the likeness of a man. So that just described what the devil calls a UFO and its occupants, or pilots, if you will. So well, they look like men, not goblins, not lizards. Seven, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their foot was like the sole of a calf's foot. Talk about the shoes they were wearing. And they sparkled like burnished brass. That's the same description that they gave of Yahushua. Is Yahushua not an angel? So if you see the angels today, they look like me. A black man. What you would call today a black man. All right? With white woolly hair. Same as Yahushua. He's an angel. So this devil is a liar. And you have been proven to be a liar. Now you're getting called out. Now the jig is up, and it's time for you to be consumed, turn into dust and smell of smoke. Let's get the Most High's chariot real quick. This is Daniel 7 and 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit. That's the Most High, Yahweh. And the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. That's the chariot. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. That's the laser beam. Thousands ministered unto him. And 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. That's the angels in the 1/3. The elect. I beheld them because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake. I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed, and given to the burning flame. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. All right? So in these kingdoms are going to be those clouds, those ships. All right? Here it is. You can make a movie called Star Wars, have all kind of spaceships, fighters, all kind of action and shit. Nothing but Edomites, right? But can't fathom the truth of the matter. You can buy into the lie, right? Have Star Wars festivals and shit. But once the truth of the matter comes out, well, no, what? Can't be like that. They say that the truth is stranger than fiction. Star Wars is fiction. Why? Because that's about us. Just like The Matrix. It's about us. But you got to take it, flip it, make you the star of the show. Independence Day. You make the Most High and the angels into the bad guy. Nigga, you're the bad guy. All day you're the bad guy. That ain't changing. Stop it, Esau. You got 3 breaths left to take. All right? Before you're destroyed, because no, you can't do anything right. You can't do anything righteous. We don't even need you no more. Hey, we're moving into the time of righteousness and truth. All right? You're no longer needed to deceive. If you could tell the truth one time, you could hang out. But you can't. You don't know anything about the truth. Not one damn thing. What you do know about the truth, you got to change it into a lie. So we're trying to get abducted. That's the goal. Not running from. See, and a lot of you jakes, right? You see the chariots, you get scared. Why? Well, because you're in league with this devil. You believe in this devil. You believe in Christianity, which is a lie. All right? You believe in this devil and his divinity, which is no divinity. You have been completely deceived. This is Revelation 12 and 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan and Esau, Salakia, which deceiveth the whole world. So you're deceived. All right? Anything that comes out of this devil's mouth, you believe it. Oh, UFO. I don't believe in UFOs. I don't believe in UFOs either, but I know about the chariots of Israel. All right? We know. The men of the Lord, we know. You got people claiming to be in the truth. Well, I don't believe in the chariots. I can't agree with spaceships. Esau could have spaceships all day long. Esau could go to the moon. All of that. But Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he can't. Here it is. He created the entire universe through his son. But he can't have a spaceship? God doesn't have to travel it. He doesn't. Nobody said he did. Have to. He wants to. He does what the hell he wants to do. And if you got a problem with it, it's your problem. You'll understand soon enough. Start here. Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. What does that mean? That means, basically, Star Wars. Spaceships fighting against airplanes, jet fighters, in the air, in our Earth's atmosphere, okay? The things that you call UFOs. Type this into a YouTube search. Pentagon UFO, and you'll see it. You'll see F-18s, F-35s with their crosshairs locked onto what you call a UFO. And this is it in the scriptures. Revelation 12:7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. Michael and his angels are the angels of heaven. The archangel Michael and the holy hosts that fly around in what you would call a UFO because this devil done deceived you. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Barakatah. My crazy woman, right? At 11:44, she can send me a signal. At 1:44, 10:44. All right, and that's spiritual. All right. She's focused on the truth, and that's a good thing. Anyway. Hey, we're in that time right now. All right, we're going to see more chariots. This devil is falling quick. He's scrambling right now. His focus was rerouted. They had to come with that old monkey got loose campaign right out of one of his raggedy movies, Outbreak. Hey, the monkeys got loose, y'all. 100 monkeys in the back of a trailer, which is a damn lie. You can't fit 100 monkeys unless they was all loose. Now, all of that other, those boxes, were they in the back of the trailer too? Because that don't leave a whole lot of room for the damn monkeys, right? And then the monkey flu, right, or Ebola, whatever the fuck you're gonna call it next week. When Ebola starts rolling out next week, the motherfuckers start bleeding from all their orifices. You can blame it on the damn monkeys. Who? Who are the monkeys? Who are the apes in the planet of the apes? You jakes. Let's blame it on the monkey. That's what they do. They call us monkeys. You look at a monkey, you're looking straight at an Edomite. Okay? Planet of the Apes. Oh, another movie. 12 Monkeys. 12 Monkeys. Is that the 12 tribes of Israel? You motherfucking devils, boy. You think you know your time is up. All right? Here comes the monkey flu. Oh, Ebola. What you gonna call it? Omicron. All right? You're gonna put that real shit out next week. Because you're about to get your ass whooped in World War III. Vladimir is not playing. Even though he's a monkey too. He's a goddamn Edomite, a devil. But he's going to take this side of the devils, Babylon, Egypt, he's going to take you down. The Most High is going to have you devils kill each other. Right? And you two-thirds. Two-thirds are going to kill the devil is going to kill you too. And we are praying for your speedy riddance so we can get to the righteousness. Then the truth which has so long been without fruit shall be declared. All right? Some of you hate the truth. Truth is that you ain't nothing but a piece of shit, and you can't hide it anymore. It can't be hidden. Okay? You had a good run. Your run is over. It's over. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. What does that mean? That means all your space junk that's in low Earth orbit, the ISS, International Space Station, your little satellites, right? Your space-based weapons that ain't shit. All of that is going to come crashing down to the Earth, right? Because your firepower is not superior to that of the Most High Yahweh, His Son Yahweh Shai, and the angels. You don't have a chance. How could you have a chance against God? Stupid. You don't, but you were made to believe that. The Most High is hardening your heart, which is your mind. He's going to make you fight anyway. You're going to yet durst fight. You know it's futile. You know you're a bitch and you don't have a chance. Okay? But you're going to fight anyway. Why? Because it's got to be a great movie. A great movie has to have a fight. Got to be a fight, right? A war. And we're watching it. We're watching Vladimir, right? We're watching France and Germany say, fuck that. You motherfuckers can get that ass whooped. China, Iran, Russia. That is a lot of firepower. NATO my ass. You might be able to take down Vladimir, but not Xi Jinping. You can't take them all down. You can't fight on 4 fronts and think you're going to win. All right? You can't fight in Southeast Asia. You can't fight in the Baltics. You can't fight in the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat and here and think you're going to win. You ain't going to win. It ain't going to work. That's what happened in ancient Rome. They got spread thin and they got that ass whooped. And that's what's happening right now. They done sat down and devised a war strategy against you. Now you're looking at it, you're like, uh-oh, we got to do some backing down here. You're going to back down out of this Ukrainian thing. You're going to throw some weapons at them and say, go. Go ahead, get in. You can't put the U.S. in the middle of that war. You can't do it. So what are you going to do? Here's what's going to happen, okay? You're going to throw a bunch of weapons over there. For the Ukrainians. In that whole area, you're going to supply who you believe are your allies with a bunch of weapons. What are they going to do with it? They're going to give them to Vladimir and say, let's go get these niggas. They're going to switch sides. What the fuck was going on in Afghanistan the whole time? Don't you know that all you're doing is arming your enemy? Because you're not going to go over there and fight. See, here's what the Most High is doing. The Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, is reforming the Soviet Union. Ukraine is part of the Soviet Union. All right? The Ukraine right now gets their armaments, right? Gets their weapons from NATO and the U.S., right? And these other Europeans, Western European countries. But they don't want to fight this war. They can't. They don't have the manpower. Okay? They got to hang back. Otherwise, they're going to spread themselves too thin. They're worried about the Taiwanese conflict. They're bogged down in Syria. Iran is waiting to spring up. This is world war. All right? And when you put Russia and China together, hey, you got to start thinking. You better start thinking strategically. Strategery, all right? Because you're going to get spread thin. Caesar, whoever was the fucking Nero, whichever one of you niggas dropped the ball over there, all right? You're going to spread yourself too thin and you're going to go down like you did in the ancient Roman Empire. So what are you going to do? You're going to hang back first. You can't go to war right now. You still got other things to do. You got to get a charagma in everybody's hand. All right? Hey, your dreams of an NWO are slipping away. You're being redirected right now. Hey, look over here. All right? And ultimately, it's the Most High confusing your ass. But you know you can't go over there and fight Vladimir. You can't do it. That's throwing off your timetable. Right? Now you got to throw the monkey syrup out there. Right? You got to do some desperate shit right now. Because your timetable is getting thrown off. Just like Vladimir, right? He's got a certain amount of time that he can launch his attack before it starts, the snow starts melting, and it's going to fuck up his attack plan because them tanks don't do well if it's not frozen. So in the spring, they got to get everything done before the spring. All right? So if they're going to do anything, they better do it now. All right? And the same over here. What's going on in Babylon the Great over here? Well, they got a nice campaign of genocide jumping off right now. They got the genocidal campaign going on, sticking a nigga in his arm, right? If they don't push forward right now, that thing is going to fall apart. Because people are waking up and they're like, well, wait a minute. You done destroyed everything, the economy. You done made us take some shit that don't work. And now you're just going to abandon the whole effort? No. You got to pull that monkey card. You got to pull that monkey out of your hat right now. Well, let's blame it on the monkeys. You know them fucking black-ass monkeys. Let's let some monkeys, let's concoct a ridiculous fucking scheme of a trailer truck, ain't near monkey in sight. 100 monkeys got away, but we got them all back. Not before they went and bit somebody, though. This is one nigga got bit by a monkey. Now, okay, and after the monkey, hey, here's what you got to be looking for right now. Zombies. Okay, Ebola. What happened in Outbreak? See, if you're going to go with the outbreak scenario, well, what happened in Outbreak? Well, didn't they have to bomb some cities? Their own shit? Well, we have to take out this whole grid right here. We got to take out LA, where the monkeys are. Where is the biggest concentration of monkeys? Well, we gotta, right? Just like they're getting the diplomats out of Ukraine right now. Hey, let's get our people out of there. Well, if a bunch of Edomites start leaving Chicago, gotta get out of Chicago. We're about to bomb the fuck out of that mother. Hey, you Jakes better get the fuck out of there. Because they will blow up their own city. Hey, nigga, Tulsa, you dropped a bomb on me. You gotta watch out for this devil. This devil will bomb his own shit. The only bombs to ever go off on American soil were what? American bombs. Check the record. This devil is wily, like Wile E. Coyote. Can't trust the devil. Devil got an agenda, all right? What does he have to do? Well, he knows Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is close to coming back and laying the hammer down. He got to try to kill as many niggas, spics, and tontos as he can. Why? Because these are the children of God who are set to be restored into their rulership position. So what does he got to do? You got to get a needle in your arm. You got to get a charagma in your hand or in your forehead so he could try to prevent that from happening. That's what he's doing. And he's got to do it all over the world. Okay? And I bet you this devil knows that we, the children of Israel, are in all of these different countries. So what world war might mean this. Let's go get the Jakes in all these countries. We got them over here, right? And you could tell who they are too. Just go to any country, go to Japan and say, where are the poor people at? Where are the people catching hell? Right? Well, those are the Jakes. Let's go exterminate those parts of the land. Let's try to get them all. So you got to watch out for this devil. He's wily. Right? So if there's going to be a war in the Ukraine, right, and Vladimir is a Edomite, Sleepy Creepy Joe, he's an Edomite. Here's how you gotta think. Well, them motherfuckers might have a plan to go get the Jakes. Right? First. Alright? That's what you gotta think first. And then the Most High, the King's heart, which is his mind, is in the hand of the Lord. That tops and trumps everything. But that don't stop the devil from being the motherfucking devil, though. You understand? The devil he's got one trick. He's the fucking devil. He's the Edomite. The motherfucking devil. The caveman. The liar. The murderer. The thief. He's got one switch. And will be exposed. All right? This devil will be exposed. So now we got the war in heaven. Let's take a closer look at the war in heaven. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, 13. Let's start with Yahushua, who's going to reign supreme in the Third World War. See, because World War III is going to be partially celestial. Let's get a Second Ezra 15 and Salaki. Second Ezra 13 and 20 and 31. Second Ezra 13:31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one people against another, one people. Salakia. Start again. Second Ezra 13 and 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. The third dimension is one realm, and the fourth dimension is another realm. So when you have one realm against another, that means that celestial entities from the fourth dimension, that realm, are going to be fighting against terrestrial entities from the third dimension, this realm. Going back to the war in heaven. So you understand. Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven, where it says heaven, that's talking about in the sky, in the earth's atmosphere. All right? There are more than one level of heaven. There's heaven on earth. There are the heavens in the sky, in outer space, where the Most High dwells. This level is talking about the sky, okay? Because a jet plane can't go into space. Understand? Now, again, if you want to see this, well, let's just get it. All right, let's read it first. And I'll show you. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. This is the end part of World War III. All right? And I'm going to show you that heaven, in this sense, is talking about the sky. All right? I'm going to show you in real time. Okay? I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to put in Pentagon UFO. And the devil is going to do everything that he can to stop it from coming up. All right, and I'm going to try to do this on, let's see. Of course, there's a damn commercial. A fucking monkey.
You do this for everyone? I try.
I'm not going to show you the monkey.
Excuse me, ma'am. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited.
All right, here we go.
How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Times says these papers do little to clarify what the videos show. The New York Times reporting that intelligence officials are worried the video to cylindrical spheres.
There's a whole fleet of them.
This morning, a report that the government cannot explain those mysterious objects caught on video by the military. from an upside-down pyramid-like object hovering above a Navy destroyer.
This is not in space. This is in the sky. Okay? So you got spaceships from the fourth dimension coming into the third, into the Earth's atmosphere, and playing war games, if you will, at this point. A Cold War, right? With F-18s, F-35s. These are jets. So that brings alive the words off of this page. Revelation 12:7. And there was war in heaven, meaning the sky. I just showed you. Michael and his angels, those are what the world knows as UFOs. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. Who's the dragon? Who's the great red dragon? The great red dragon, that it was given unto him the power to make war. It's talking about Esau, the devil, right? Because it goes on, it says the dragon is the devil, is Satan, is the serpent. Let's read it. Okay. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, or his blue angels, if you will, and prevailed not, neither was there, who was there? The dragon and his angels, neither was their place found any more in heaven. Now it's going to continue on talking about there, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. That is the dragon, who is Satan, who is the devil, and his devilish ass angels, the blue devils. The blue angels, the blue devils, right? That's Esau in his little warplanes or whatever. All right? Now, let's go back to 2nd Ezra 13. So, one realm against another. 2nd Ezra 13:1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Now, the thousands of heaven, this heaven, is talking about where the Most High dwells, right? Out in space, in the heavenly realms, not the sky realms, but out in different dimensions, if you will. Okay? Not on the earthly dimension, not in the third dimension. All right? I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. Well, who is that man? That man is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose name is Yahushua HaMashiach, right? Who is a spiritual being. He came as a man, right? Then he got his heavenly body back. All right, he got his celestial body back. Said, I will not meet you as a man. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. His countenance is talking about his ship. The face of his ship turning. Okay? All things trembled that were seen under him. He was flying in his spacecraft, if you will. Right? And then it says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. Now, this goes back to the Most High's chariot, because he had laser beams too. His voice is speaking of a laser beam. Okay? Let's go back and read the Most High again. Daniel. It's lucky. Daniel 7. Bear with me. Satan is giving it a go. This is Daniel 7 and 10. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. That's that laser. What? They got war chariots and they don't have weapons of war on the best weapons ever created? On the best war chariot ever created? You mean the Most High, who created everything through his Son, is going to allow for a mere mortal on the earth to create some shit that can actually take him down? Just, come on. Come on now. That fiery stream issued. Second Ezra 13 and 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. So his voice is talking about on the ship, on the face of the ship turning like this, he was sending out laser beams. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a great multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. That great multitude gathered together is talking about World War III going on. All right? They had already been fighting each other. And then they start seeing lasers. They're like, oh shit, boys, they're attacking finally. This isn't war games anymore. This war in heaven has finally gone live. Hot. We have to come together, lest we just are all burned the fuck up. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out, to try to fight against Yahushua and the angels. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. Talk about Yahushua. But I looked, and this nigga's chariot was huge. And he was flying it. But I would have seen the region or the place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. It wasn't actually a mountain. It was a huge ship. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. I looked around, and these niggas, this is what Ezra is saying. I looked, and these niggas was scared as shit. And they still fought. Why? Because the Most High hardened their heart. Said, no, nigga, you finna fight this. This is your only chance before you get burned the fuck up. All right? And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, let's talk about Yahushua, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only, I saw that he sent out of his mouth, that voice. See, he was like this. I didn't see no guns, no bombs or nothing. But here's what I did see. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, the laser beam, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So that's the end right there, the complete end of World War III. Okay? Except for the nuclear option, which when all their fighters and all their military is gone, this devil is going to say, you motherfuckers fucked us. They're going to say that to Babylon, and they're going to fire their missiles on Babylon. Babylon's going to fire their missiles. Oh, you didn't do that to me. I still got... Then the abduction, then the great earthquake. And we're this close because the troops are being gathered right now into the valley of Yehoshaphat, down there in the Baltics, the Northland. Joel 3:2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. So, the Most High, like he did Pharaoh, is setting up an ambush to get all the nations, the armies of all the nations, into one centralized place. Then the chariots are going to come out of the fourth dimension and make a quick work out of all of them. Right? Why? Because of what they did to us. All the nations at one time had us in captivity. Right? Right? What was it, 5 days ago? According to the Most High? About five and a half days. Right? What was it, 3,500 BC? So that's 3 days. That's a total of 5 days to the Most High. 5.5, maybe. And he hasn't forgotten about anything. Now it's time to pay for what you did to the apple of his eye, the children of Israel. Well, why do you say that? I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yehoshaphat, meaning the valley of God's judgment, and will plead with them or judge them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. They have cast lots for my people, meaning you bought them on the auction block. They have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Okay? Yeah, you had us enslaved. All right? And it's time for the payback for that. All right? And the payback is the world, as you know it, being subdued and bringing in the new government, which is Yahushua sitting on the throne, King David on the throne, and the children of Israel in rulership over the other nations. And the clock is ticking The doomsday clock is ticking. A few days ago, they had it at 100 seconds. Ain't 100 seconds no more. It's more like 90 or less than that. This devil got to do something quick because his shit is falling like lightning. Your heaven is falling quick. You're being cast out. There's not a damn thing you can do about it. It's over for you. You got to get ready and get them gardening tools out, nigga. Because you're going headlong into slavery. All right? Nothing you can do about it. So, let's see what the monkey serum is going to do this week. It ain't going to do much. You're scrambling. You're on the back foot. It ain't happening for you. It is not happening. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, you Edomites, is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, that's one. So I can bear with me. This is 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. I'm going to read that again. 1 Peter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Why? Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right? Now let's get Matthew. Matthew 24:22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, for the sake of the elect, those days should be shortened. All right? So that not only does the devil have this much time, the Most High done made the days shorter. Here comes this devil, your adversary, like a roaring lion, trying to catch you slipping. All right? So we're giving you warning. Warn them for me. All right? This is what we're doing out here. What is the warning? We're trying to get abducted up here. right? How do you do it? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God, fear the Most High, and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Pretty simple, huh? How do you do it? This is Ephesians. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Work out your own what? Salvation. What is salvation? To be saved. What does it mean to be saved? To be abducted. Okay? One more. Matthew 24. What do you have to do? Matthew 24 and 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. The same shall be abducted. You have to endure through Jacob's trouble. Got to make it all the way through this. Watch out. Be vigilant. Be sober. Got to make it all the way through this thing so that you can be abducted. How? Keep the commandments to the best of your ability. Have faith. Right? Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Do the work. Warn the people. Got your instructions, right? Know this gospel, right? Got to endure until the end. All right? So with that, all right, we're going to say, all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. All right? Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them, that taught us his truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right? With that, we're going to say shalom.